Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna give you my look at Death of a Unicorn. Alright, so Death of a Unicorn finally came out in movie theaters worldwide, and I finally got the chance to watch it. Whenever this trailer first released, I was extremely excited to watch it because the trailer looked in fact awesome. Together with the name of the movie, Death of a Unicorn, you had me completely hooked. Produced by A24, I was on board. Jenna Ortega was in it, I was on board. Paul Rudd was in it, I was definitely on board. This had an all-stacked, all-star cast, and it felt like a match made in heaven. So I was extremely excited to watch this movie, and I had extremely high hopes, especially because of A24. I know they made some stinkers in the past, but even though I know that, it still feels like A24 is a studio that makes the most beautiful of movies, so I really can't figure a stink movie be connected to A24, even though they also made Y2K or Y2000 last year, which was also not the best. Alright, so Death of a Unicorn itself. I watched it and I have to say it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. And how the Soups always say it, I want to congratulate everyone who worked on this movie because it really takes a village to make a movie. All jokes aside, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I thought that the movie was pretty okay. It did make me laugh a couple of times. There are a bunch of quips in this movie. Of course, you have that. You have Paul Rudd in your movie, of course, and you also have Will Poulter, who is like an insane character in this movie. He is the energy that Will Poulter's characters give is incredible. It's insane. That man gives you a headache with the performance he gives. And it's the sad reality, but no one else matches his energy in this movie. So whenever he is on screen with loads of other people, it just makes no sense. It breaks your mind. And the problem with it is that because in the beginning of the movie, Will Poulter's character is absolutely awesome. He's absolutely incredible. He's funny. He's like the best character there is in the movie, but during the duration of it, that completely shifts. And it's mainly because everyone in this movie is a fucking bloody asshole. There's no character that I like. There's no character that you will like or love in this movie. And I know it's quite intentional. It's intentionally done by the makers of this movie, by the creators, to really hate every single character of this movie. They do try for you to like Ridley's character, Jenna Ortega. And well, she is okay. I have seen her in better things and I wasn't completely invested in what she was doing, and she did not have a lot to do, and the things she did was completely redone the entire movie with the research doing stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't like any characters, so I really couldn't give a fuck about any of the characters. The energy of Will Poulter's character was awesome, and I loved that, but during the middle of the movie, he always had some of these things in the movie that you were questionable about, but then near the end of the movie, near the third act, he gets completely unhinged, and he turns into one of the worst characters of the movie, like the one I really hate the most, the one that overdoes it all. And the biggest problem this movie has is just mainly the characters. It's just, they are that incredibly annoying that they really break the movie for me. And that's my biggest problem with it. So if you don't mind annoying little shits of characters that do everything to make you angry, then you will love this movie because there are some genuine funny quips in this movie. There are some genuine funny things happening in this movie. The gore is there. It's very scarcely there, I have to say. Like, the trailer promises you a lot of violence, and that's still there. But the violence also has to make place for the quips and the story, which is mostly just a political story that we've seen countless times before. So the story also is not that interesting because there's just not a lot happening, and the things that they do focus on is just so generically overdone that it just doesn't it doesn't make you care about the story. And the only things you do care about is seeing some fucking unicorns massacre some people, and you don't get a lot of that. The scenes you do get are awesome. The designs for these creatures are awesome. The things they do with it is in fact very, very nice and very funny and very cool in some moments. It's just that all the in-between fluff is not working particularly well for this story in particular. There is one character that absolutely saved this movie by the end of the day, and that was the character of Griff. In the beginning, he's like interesting, but not that memorable. And then during the duration of the movie, he starts turning into one of the most relatable persons out there. And by the end of the movie, he's just a national treasure. You really love what they did. There is some things in his script or some of the things that he may have improvised that are so genuinely funny because that's what would be on everyone's mind during such a situation. And his character was absolutely phenomenal in every single way from start to finish because he was that relatable and got more relatable during the duration of the movie. He was the one acting the most human. He was the one acting the most accurate in a situation like that. I mean, people with power and people with money hunger will also very accurately do stuff like this, but they made it very big. And the character of Griff is more toned down. He's a little nicer on that front, and he is more digestible for your movie. So in the end, it's not a bad movie, absolutely not. It just missed the mark on quite a few important steps, making sure that I didn't love this movie as much as I hoped I would. The gore is there, the fun is there. Sometimes they try a little too hard to do funny quips which do not work, and the characters do break the movie entirely. I still had a decent time, I just wish I had a better time. So I'm gonna give this movie 2.5 stars. It's barely through it, but it's through it. Alright, have you seen this movie, or are you gonna watch it when it releases in movie theaters in 2 days in Belgium? Or have you seen it already? Please let me know in the comments down below because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I wanna thank you for watching. Bye bye.